And what I'm going to do is do a little patch here to show you kind of the difference it can make. And then it's important with the technique is not to go round and round in circles or anything, but basically to just go up and down like this until it sort of starts to polish itself. And that's the dead paint coming off the top. You always put your product onto the pad and not onto the car. And then you always start with the machine on the car. So put it on the flat like that, which is where you're going to place it. And you can have a speed control on here, and you want to turn it quite low to start with so it doesn't snatch when it starts, and then you can increase the speed as you go and then turn it down when you stop. And put a bit of pressure on with your other hand and just keep moving it. I'm really worried about these edges, because when you've got an edge here and you've got an edge here, that's where the paint's going to be thinnest, where it's been sprayed. And if you ended up by having this sitting like that, you could easily end up taking far too much paint off. And in the worst case scenario, you could even go down to paint layers underneath. So the process is slowly going backwards and forwards, putting more product on, moving backwards and forwards all the way around. Put it onto the panel. Your fingertips shouldn't even be touching it as you're going backwards and forwards, and then you're applying a nice even pressure. When it comes to the rubber strips and detailing, try and avoid getting the resin polish on there if you can, but just a tip when you're getting near them, make sure you don't apply the pad with the polish on over the top of a joint between a rubber strip and the panel, because it just loads up that joint with polish that then you'll create a lot of work for yourself getting rid of it later on. So when you're near a strip, just gently backwards and forwards like that, just to make sure you get the least amount of polish in that joint.